Welcome to our Advent calendar, a project of St. Thomas à Becket Church, Ramsey. I've been talking this week about the prophets, the Old Testament prophets. Today, we think about the last of them, who was also the first witness to God's new start. Here he is. His name is John. He is Jesus's cousin. And John, when he reached adulthood, stepped into a model of how people would proclaim God, a cultural model that was around in his day, dating back. And so he went out into the desert, that same desert where you remember when Israel crossed the Dead Sea. Well, it was as they wandered in the desert that they made friends with God. And from the desert, he called people out to be washed in the river, baptized, as we say, washed of their sins and given a new name and a new identity. And John was the first one who pointed to the fact that all of the prophecies of the last 700 or 800 years, all of the burning desire of God's people for a fresh start, for a new influx of peace and justice, of reconciliation and healing, it was all coming to pass. It was coming to pass in the person of John's cousin, Jesus. Behold the Lamb of God, says John, as he points to his King coming towards him. We're getting quite close to Christmas now, less than a week to go. And so it's appropriate that we arrive with Jesus, with the incarnation, because that's where this long story all points to. God has sought out the friendship of human beings, even despite our faults, and has kept seeking it, even though we keep messing up and pulling away from him. And in Jesus Christ, God does a new thing. He comes so close that he becomes one of us, a human being, so that our friendship with God can never be severed again. Next week, we'll be thinking about the coming of Jesus, and particularly about his mum, Mary, central person in the story. Tomorrow is Sunday, and there won't be one of these Advent calendar talks. I'd invite you to join us for worship online. Tomorrow on the Thomas à Becket YouTube page, we have a lockdown nativity story that the congregation have written especially for this year. It will be great. So I hope to see you there on Sunday, otherwise on Monday. Bye-bye.